soul family. How are you? It's getting a little bit cooler here in the inferno, in the gates of hell, inside the gates of hell. Oh my God, I just got a message. I've got a, I get these little, you know, the little memes, those little picture things with the words, and I get a hit. You know what my head says? That's something for you. Hold that one, right? It's just my higher self and spirit working. Hi, chicken liver. How's you doing, little sweet chicken? She loves being outside and, yeah. Yes, she does. She wants lovies. She says, I want lovies, Mommy. I can't wait to get the cushion for my new chair. So, and then we can paint this as soon as the fire ash stops. Like, I don't want to paint this until the ash stops. Right now, it's ruining everything. I know, you're so desperate. I am too. We're all desperate for love. It's taking too long. Yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so I get a hit on these certain things. Gosh, look at this. Sorry, multitasking. My landlord painted this deck, and when I overwater my plants, I know you guys are going all over the place, but when I overwater my plants, it leaves a stain on the deck, and I don't like things messy. There. Just takes a couple seconds. Sorry that you went with me, but that's much better. Now it's gone. Okay, so I get a hit, and I hold it aside. I know that eventually Spirit's going to show me what it is, right? So what did I say? I said something about it's cooling down here in the gates of hell in the inferno, right? Well, I have a meme, and it's of two cats, and they're on either side of a double doorway, French doors, and they're on top of the doorway. And the one guy says, "We're guarding the gates of hell." And the other guy goes, "Dude, we're guarding the hallway." But it gave me a message. I know what it means. So that's very cool. Okay, so I'm a happy camper today because I've chosen that I am not going to listen to anything negative today. I just don't want to hear it. My dreams last night were interesting. Some of them were for me. I mean, they were all for me, but some of them were actually about my life. Well, they're all about my life. How do I say this? Not really, because the person I was watching their life, but it affects me. And then the other part was for me. It's interesting how Spirit chose to line it all up. And then I got up and I was, I don't know, the songs were making me happy. And I went yesterday to the Beer and Wine Garden and I went dancing. You guys are going to be seeing the video. It's coming up soon. It's hysterical. It's processing right now. So I was out looking for, here, I'll show you. There's a special kind of grass. There's only one kind of grass that will help Merlin's tank. Now, if you look at it from this end, it doesn't look that bad, right? The moss ball helped, and I got that plant, that helped, but it's not enough. There's another grass, and it looks like kelp. It looks like, and I'm telling you, kelp. I keep being shown, you need iodine, you need kelp, but so do I. So I've been good, I've been doing it. I've been putting my kale in my smoothies, but there's something else I'm gonna have to figure out about that. It looks like kelp. Now look at it from this end. See how foggy it is? Even though he's got snails in there working for him, even though he's got an extra charcoal bag working for him, even though he's got the two plants, it's not enough. And this one's doing fine because this is a freshwater. Ooh, you gonna fight with me? This is a freshwater fish. Merlin is me, right? And my twin, half water, half salt. And I think about that. That's kind of like half water, half fire. And you have to strike an equal balance, or you're not going to live well, right? There's got to be a balance. We're all trying to find balance. However, I keep saying, you know, I saw the video the other day of when I set this tank up, and it was so beautiful. And I said, "What's wrong? What is wrong with Merlin's tank? I can't get his water clear. There's only one type of grass that he can use that's going to help him." And so I went yesterday to the pet stores around here. Both stores didn't have it. And I thought, shit. Because I went in one direction. Okay, hold on. I'll let you guys pick. There's always a story. And I know you guys are like, just get on with the message. We'll timestamp. Let's pick, okay? We're going to have, okay, clearly these both are me. And these are the other side. So what we're going to do is we've got the little Sparrow of Self-Worth singing away, right? The little silver and wood sparrow. So silver, I like silver more than gold. I just do. However, Bastet is covered in gold. So there's something else about gold as well. It's important. It's all gold. It's all gravy, right? But silver is what purifies water, right? Silver is the silver soul solution, which is what I put in my water. And so silver is very important for me specifically. So here's the underestimated Sparrow singing away her song. This will be, I'm so torn. Well, okay, I'm going to say this is going to be water, okay? Here we have Bastet, the goddess, and she's got her sword, but she's got her sword in its sheath. She's got it there, she's carrying it, and she's acting like she doesn't know what he's doing, but she does. She's got her head turned away from him. Why has she got her head turned away from him? And because he's stubborn. Look at him. Look at him with his arms crossed over his chest. He's being stubborn, and you know what? He's a little shorter than her. He's being elevated on love. Love is lifting him. But right now, I mean, he's got his sword too, his spear, but he's being stubborn. Look at his body though. And look at his long hair. So he's the god of lost souls. This is a guy who works to helps people. Lost souls. I see lost children. And she's a defender of the family, and she's a defender of animals. So we're going to call her fire. This is water. You're going to be earth. You know what, though? With this sword right here, I think that you're going to be Aquarius. You're going to be more air, an air sign, because you're acting like the King of Swords. So that's what we'll do. We're going to do water, fire, air, earth. This little heavy worker here. This guy's working too much. He's not talking. Okay? So there's the story for these guys. So I go to these places, and I don't get, I go to get a cushion for my new chair that my landlord scored on the side of the road. It's super cool. Wrong size. It's like you keep going, you keep trying, and nothing's fitting, right? Lots of messages there. And I'm going to put you guys down while I shuffle so we can blast through this. And you know what? We're going to use the Animal Tarot because I'm just really liking it right now. I hope you guys aren't getting bored with it. Shoot. Okay, Bastet's going to have to hold the phone because the other guy's not helpful at all. Okay, so I run from one store to another. It's blasting hot. I'm dressed. I'm ready to go. I'm going to head to Idlewild to do our weekly reading because the fires are gone from up there. And I thought, well, I'll go see what's happened in Pine Cove, which is where I hang out. Hold on. Now Liger wants in. You want to be involved? All right, get in, you big fat boy. Fat cat. This is a fat cat. Fat cat talks about a lot of things besides food. Because he's a big baby, too. Lay down. He's a fat cat, which means he might be the boss, he might have a lot of money, but he hates to be ignored. Okay. He wants to be right in the middle of everything. So, yes, I'm not giving you love right now, I'm busy. So, it's quite hot. I run into the last store. Nope, they don't have it. I'm like, God. So I thought, all right, I'm going to go home, try this cushion that I had, which ended up not fitting. And I'll head up to Idlewild, and maybe I'll hit the store in Hammett on the way up. Right, another one. The one that actually I know has it. I know the store that has it, but I figured I'd get it somewhere else, closer to me. There's a message for you, right? In a relationship or a job, you know the one you want. You know the one that's going to work, but it's too far. It's too far out of your way. You know, you're busy, you've got other stuff to go, so you figured you'll try and find something closer to you. But they don't have what you need. You know who has what you need, right? You know the job, you know the relationship, you know where you're meant to go. So I get into the car and I ask Spirit, where should I go? Because I heard something in my head, and I spoke about this in the reading, but I'll tell you again. And I looked around and I didn't see anything. I didn't see any signs about, where I should go. Should I go to Idlewild right now? Because I had a feeling for some reason that, I don't know, that I shouldn't go. And I do want to go. I really do. Stop talking to me right now. Nope. And so I got into the car and I turned on the radio, which is what I do with you guys, right? If I hear I'm supposed to listen to something, I turn on the radio. We're going to work with 2 decks. We're going to work with the Angel Tarot, and we're going to work with the Crystal Angels. We're working with angels today. Okay. And look at this guy. What? Must it all be about you 24/7? Must it all be about you 24/7? Yeah? Oh, it's so desperate. You've eaten your food. You've had all your treats. You've had lovies. He says, not enough. I had Reiki for half an hour yesterday, Mommy. I need more. Okay, well, while I talk to you guys, once I get the cards shuffled, I'll massage him. Okay. I know, you're my favorite boy. God. Okay, so I turn on the radio, and the radio says, butterfly, you're my sugar, come dance with me. And I thought, what? And I literally was thinking about dancing. I was, because it's Sunday, and the Beer and Wine Garden has music and dancing, and I thought, oh, it might be so hot, but Temecula's got a cool breeze, and I thought, So I listened to that song, and I'm kind of laughing. I'm driving home to drop off, the cushion to see if it works, and pick up my decks and everything else that I had ready for me to go. And next song comes on, Justin Timberlake, I Want to Rock Your Body, come dance with me. And I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm going dancing. So I went down to the Beer and Wine Garden, and after, I did our reading. Right across the street, and we had all kinds of music playing in the background, and the one song that I requested started to play when I was gone. I'm like, no! So I'm kind of dancing through the reading. And then I thought about a few things too. I saw that I looked at that Greyhound bus, because I considered taking a Greyhound bus back to Wisconsin, but there wasn't they don't go through to the city that I need for some weird reason. And what else do I need to tell you? Well, I finished the reading. I'm assisted by a couple of police. They're watching me, protecting me, because there were literally crazy, drugged out homeless people screaming and yelling at me. It was crazy. It was. And it was really sad that Old Town has got that. There's a lot of transient people that sleep in the wash down there. So they saw me sitting there by myself, and they saw what I was doing. It was interesting. They literally well, first of all, there was one, and then another came, and they just guarded me. It was awesome. And I had just said, this is how Spirit works with us, and this is how we can manifest. I just said to Spirit, out loud to you guys, wow, it's getting kind of dark, and there's these people, and it's kind of sketchy. And then right then, the cop shows up. Within a minute, he showed up. And then the next one, and they just sat there. And, in their own mind, they weren't necessarily protecting me. They were probably talking to each other. They sit there and chat. But they stayed there long enough for me to get the reading almost completed. So it was pretty cool, because I felt safe, and that was one of the messages that we got, and we've been repeatedly getting. So I leave, I drive home. No, I went to see my grandson and my daughter. I'm trying, that family stuff we're talking about, what is the point of you being a spiritual teacher working on sending love out to the world and everyone else if you're not trying to manifest that in your own home? And I keep trying with my daughter and my grandson, and it just is rough, So I called them, no one answered. I called my son-in-law, no one answered. So I thought, you know what, screw this, I'm going there. I'm going there. So I went, knocked on the door, and my son-in-law was just getting out of the car. He's tired, he just got home from work, so I know that. He's exhausted, and he's thinking, oh God, I don't want company. And that's probably why he didn't answer his phone. And when I got in the house, my daughter was laying down, she wasn't feeling well. So I said, my intention isn't to stick around, I just wanted to talk to Trey. So I went in to see my grandson, told him I loved him, and that I've been trying, and I want him to know that I'm not ignoring him. I keep trying. And he's like, okay, 12-year-old kids, all they're interested in is their video games. So I hugged my daughter, and my son-in-law walks up, and he goes, oh, here, you left these here a while ago. And it was my business cards. And I was asked when I was at the Beer and Wine Garden for a business card. I was asked the other day when I was out for a business card, and I'm like, I don't know where they are. So I needed them. So that was the reason I needed to go there. One, also I needed to let my grandson know. And I said to him, hey, dude, school's going to be coming back into, you're going to be gone. I've been writing you, I've been calling you, I've been texting you. He goes, oh, I don't have any data on my phone. I'm like, okay, well, I just need you to know I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying here. And pretty soon I said, I might move. What if I move away? And then you're going to be like, God, I wish Graham could come take me to the movies, take me out to get something to eat. And I said, so you might want to get together with me before, that might happen. And he's like, okay. So, and then I hugged my daughter. She got a little bit snipply with me, and I left. And I drove to the pet store to pick up Merlin's grass, and now the store was closed. Now the store's closed. I'm like, great. It closes at 5 on Sundays. So I have to go out today to that one pet store. I think it's Pets Mart on Hahn Road. It might be Petco, I don't know. To pick up that special grass for Merlin, my dragonfish. So there's something that we have. Only one place has it. We know where it is. And if it feels like it's a little bit out of our way, Takes a little bit of time. It's a little bit of a distance. What's the point in trying to find it somewhere else? It's not going to be what you need. They had all kinds of different sea plants, water plants, but they were all freshwater plants. They weren't water plants that would work in his water conditions, right? The brackish water. He needs a special kind. And so you have to go to that place to get that. So there's no point in me trying to run all over the place when I know where it's at. Just take the extra time, go there, right? Then I watched a little clip this morning, and it was about a couple, and they meet. And this is like the dream that I watched 4.5 years ago, where this guy and girl, they meet, and it's electric. They know, right? And the wind blows, and he's holding a bunch of papers for work, and the wind goes and blows the paper into her face, and it lands on her mouth, and she hands it back to him, and there's now lipstick mark on that. And I keep thinking about this lipstick mark from Soul Sister. Hey, Soul Sister, your lipstick stain still, you know that song? It's on there. I'll have to look it up. But he looks at it, and she's a little embarrassed, and he laughs, and he holds on to that, and that's like special to him. He's holding on to that kiss, right? I'm holding on to that kiss. That kiss was important to me, and I know what this means to me. And so then she's gone, and she gets on the train to leave, and he's like, he didn't realize she was going to leave, and she did. She looks back at him, but she's gone. So then he's at work, and all he can do is think about her, and his boss is piling all this work on him, piling all this work, and he looks up out the window, and she's across the building. She's there. He's like, oh my God, but he can't reach her. He can see her, but he can't reach her. It's kind of like being on the internet. Oh my God, there she is. I see her, but I can't reach her. And she doesn't know he's trying to reach her. And he keeps throwing these airplanes across from his building to her building, and they take off in the wind, and everyone misses, and he's like, ah! And his boss catches him doing it, and he gets in trouble. So then when his boss isn't looking, he starts doing it again, throwing these airplanes across to reach her. And finally she gets up to leave, and the last one falls down, and he's so pissed off. He's like, fuck this. So his boss comes and piles all these papers on his desk, and he's like, you know what? I'm out. I'm going to find her. So he leaves. He quits his job, and he goes running through this, but she's gone. So he's looking for her everywhere, and he's so disgusted and upset. He should have just gone when he knew she was there, but he didn't. And now she's gone. So he's walking down the street, and he's all mad, and you see all of these paper airplanes that he sent. They all ended up in an alley all together. And then you see her, and she's walking down the street somewhere, and that one last that airplane that he'd made, he didn't want to let that one go. That was the one that had the kiss on it, but he let it go, and he sent that one out, and it ended up in the valley. That's interesting. It ended up in the valley. I just said that means important. And it ended up in that little alley, and all of a sudden the wind started moving it around. We've seen this before in another little video that I've shared before, and the wind starts moving it around. And what do you think that wind is? It's spirit. And it lifts that one airplane, that little airplane with the kiss on it, and it starts moving fast through the city streets. Now remember, in our reading we said, well, and you'll get this because I said this yesterday as well, but I also said it the other day. If spirit tells us something is going to happen with our work, with a project, with a relationship, and they tell you, don't worry about it. We are working behind the scenes. I'm going to get emotional. We're working for you. You don't realize we're working for you, because you're not seeing what we're doing, but we are. And so that little airplane starts hurtling through the streets really fast. He's so upset. All the planes that he sent out to her come back to him, which means maybe somebody has sent out something and it went to an empty address, like the wrong address, but they all come back and they all stick to him. Maybe they're memories, right? All the words that he sent coming back to him. Maybe the things that he said. And so they're all stuck all over him. He's trying to knock them off him, but he can't. They're stuck to him. All those words that he sent out, they're all stuck to him, all over him. He's walking down the street, and he's mad because he's lost her, and he can't find her, and these stupid papers won't leave him alone. These airplanes are all over him. And so all of a sudden you see her, and she's at this flower booth, and she's picking out flowers, and that plane lands right next to her, and she looks at that, and she knows whose it was. So now she starts looking. She gets on one train, he's on one train. Of course, he's going in one direction, she's going in the other. It's that classic case of, ships in the night. You just want to scream when you're watching it in the movies, right? And I do too, because I watch it in my dreams. I'm there, and you're there, and I just left, or you just left. It's like, are you kidding me? So, and misunderstandings, right? So, all of a sudden, her train stops, and his train stops. She's holding that piece of paper. He's all upset. She walks outside, and there he is. So the moral of the story is, if something is meant for you, it's not going to go past you. You just keep doing what you need to do, but you have to put out an effort, right? He had to send those arrows out. It's like we send those arrows, those rockets of desire out into the universe for whatever it is. I want to go home. I want to see my family. It's important for me to connect with people. It's important for me to meet people, right? So, but what did I have to do? I had to listen. I had to go. I was supposed to do my weekly reading. Now think about this. You may have things that you need to do that are important. That's important. I need to get that reading out. Sunday's the day, right? I knew where I was supposed to go. But Spirit said, go dancing. And I thought, okay. And sometimes we're guided to do something that we don't understand why we're guided to go. So I thought maybe I would run into someone there, right? Because Baby Come Dance With Me. Another song said, I can't get you out of my head. As soon as I left and you were gone, or I tried to speak to you or whatever. So I go there thinking one thing, but that's not what it was. But we don't know all the reasons why. Spirit is answering all of the things that we require. I'm lonely, right? I said I'm lonely. I need to meet some friends. Spirit's been telling us all we need to get out. We need to stop being an island. Look where I live. I live 5 stories up in an ivory tower. No one can find me here. You can't see me from the outside. You would never know where I lived in this place. You would never find it. From the water, you might be able to figure it out, but, it's difficult. And so I go there and I walk in, and I got to tell you, I was shaking. I was nervous, and you probably think that's silly, but I was. My whole body was nervous. I brought my water. I'm not going to drink because I'm not driving and drinking again ever in my life. Ever. So normally, if you have a couple drinks, you feel better. You're a little bit more at ease. Everyone else was drinking, but not me. So I go and I sit down, and the music's kind of heavy rock, and I'm thinking, ugh, this isn't the kind of real danceable music. And I end up getting up and I go into a corner. I hide. And there's 2 ladies sitting there, and they said, oh, this seat's taken. And I'm like, oh. So I kind of moved to the side, and the one lady goes, she's fine. There's a lot of seats here. So I stay there, and then all of a sudden a song comes on, and it's a danceable song. And I kind of say something to the people, and she says, well, dance with me. And I'm like, really? Oh my God, thank God. So we get up and we dance. I put in a request for a song. I like Bad Company. Oh my God. I like Bad Company. That's funny. So I ask for a song, and they start playing kind of boogie music, right? Like kind of funky, kind of bluesy music. That's what I like to dance to. I'm a boogie dancer, right? So we're dancing, and I meet a guy. I sent the pictures out if you guys saw it. There's this guy wearing a shirt, and it said, hug dealer. And I went up to him, and he's a black guy. Isn't that funny? And I walked up to him, and I said, dude, I need a picture of your shirt. And he goes, okay. So he thinks I'm just going to take a picture of his shirt. And I said, no, I'll get in it with you. So we take the picture. I said, the world needs more of this kind of a dealer. Hug dealers. I need a hug, right? Hugs heal. They do. Remember yesterday? Somebody needs, you'll hear it today. Somebody needs a kiss. A hug will do, right? You want to end a fight with a hug? That's the way you wrap a disagreement up, with a hug. And maybe a kiss on the cheek. And I said, I want a kiss on the lips from my guy. So I take the picture, and it's kind of funny, and I go to walk, and he says, hey, well, I need a hug. So I give him a hug. So after this, I go to, I danced for a little while, and I thought, I'm wearing my welcome out. I feel like it's time to go. It feels like it's getting darker. I got to do my reading. I could still do it. I could go across the street and do it, right? So the girls say, we're going to leave. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go too. So I said, well, let's get a picture. And we take a picture, and oh my God, I just saw the biggest fish jump. I can't tell you how big it must have really been. Unless it had to have been a bird. It had to have been a cormorant or something, because it went under the water, and I can see it from here. So it had to have been. A bird went under the water and popped back up. Okay, that's a message. Cormorant. You will dive down under your emotional waters, and you will come back okay. And you will be picking up your own food and not working for others and giving away what you've been working for. That's cormorant, just came in. It could also be osprey. You will dive down deep under your emotional waters. Yes, you can, and it's overwhelming, but you will be able to come back up because you're a diving eagle. And Osprey says that there is a very important information pending at this time, so stay vigilant, stay on the alert. So all of those messages Spirit said needs to go out right now. I'm going to start in a second. At 24:24, I just saw the clock, so we're going to get that message as well. So we take a picture, and they said, take my number down. So now I've got friends. So I listened to Spirit. I knew where I was supposed to go. Sometimes Spirit asks us to do things, and we don't understand why. I went there. I had fun. I love the music. I love to dance. You guys know that. I didn't have to do it by myself. I met 2 ladies because I don't want to meet guys, right? I mean, I just don't. I met 2 ladies. They're married. They gave me their number. They said, hey, if you want to go dancing again, we'll call you the next time we go. So I feel like I can go dancing and I can be safe. I don't have to deal with guys hitting on me, right? My friend Scott, I text him. He was at the beach. He's like, I'm on my way. But he couldn't get back in time. So we never hooked up. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to run across the street and I'll do my reading. So it was beautiful, and I did the reading. So I got everything I needed to get done, except for getting the grass that I needed for Merlin. Merlin needs that specific grass, so I'm going to go today and I'm going to do it. Another message is, Spirit said that I was working too much. We are working too much. We've been shown that. I'm really tired, you guys. I looked at myself when I was there, when we took the pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, I need a freaking facelift. I need my eyes done. I'm looking at, but I know that if I could actually get a consistent amount of sleep, my eyes wouldn't look that crepey and baggy underneath. It's just lack of sleep, right? But it's self-care, and that was what Spirit wanted me to do. And that was a lot of the messages that we've been getting. Don't worry about finances. When we tell you to take a break, we will take care of you. Because remember, like that little meme? That's the same situation. He felt like he had to work, but then he lost something that he loved. He knew there was a connection to that. He didn't want to lose that. But because of his work, he lost that opportunity more than one time. And then he thought, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to let my work stop me from getting what matters to me, what's important. But still, even then, it was too late. But it wasn't too late, because Spirit said, you know what? We realized what you wanted. You did. You stopped working. You went there. So like me, I went there thinking I might meet somebody specific. They weren't there. But I got a lot of other things that I needed. And it doesn't mean that Spirit's not working behind the scenes to make that happen, because what else did I do? I set that record of that desire out. I wasn't going to go chasing after, but I was guided. Go there. So I did. And Spirit knows why I went there. So I'll be taken care of. My money will come in. I can rest. I could dance. I met some friends. And working behind the scenes, the money will come in even though I'm taking a break. I needed a break. I needed to relax. I took 2 days off. I think I did one private reading. But I normally work 7 days a week. And if I want somebody in my life that's a workaholic to stop working, I need to. So all of those things. So sometimes Spirit will guide us to do things that we don't understand why they're telling us that. So the number 24 and 24, you can break it down to 2s and to 4s. 2 means this has to do with not worrying, like what I just said. Everything's fine, and it's going to continue to be so. So you are to keep believing. I am to keep believing, because our feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. That's why I said this morning, I'm going to stay happy. I'm not going to listen to anything negative. I got a negative message this morning. Another reader popped on when I was listening to something, and I heard a sign that was connected to me, and I thought, oh, that's not good. And then I thought, no, I'm not going there. I choose to think positive. So Spirit can help us keep our thoughts positive if we ask for that, if we have a tendency to being sidetracked or allowing something to knock us off our path. Don't allow it to knock us off our path, what others say. So then 4, it's always about angels. 4, the angels are with you, and they're giving you the number 4 to reassure you that they have heard your prayers. And guess what? They're helping you, right? We don't always see what's going on behind the scenes. That's why when Spirit says things aren't what you think, it's not things aren't as they appear. Believe them. Believe what Spirit's showing you. I always listen to my animal messengers, and I always listen to the numbers Spirit brings me. If I'm driving along and I'm getting 333 everywhere I look, and I can't tell you how Spirit's throwing numbers at me. And you know why they throw the numbers at you? They throw the numbers at you because they feel that you're getting weak. They feel that you're losing hope. They feel that you need a boost. Because for a long time, I won't see numbers, and then all of a sudden, I just get a flood. 777. You're on the right path. It will exceed your expectations. Keep your eyes focused on Spirit so that you can be guided along this spiritually illuminated path, right? The number 555. I saw it yesterday so many times I can't tell you. A significant change is occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. And I saw 333 everywhere I went. There are ascended masters that you are working with, that are working with you. They are helping you at this time. Stay focused. Stay aware. So the number 4 are 24. Additional angels are surrounding you right now, helping you stay optimistic no matter what is going on around you. They know the magical power of faith. They're releasing any negative thoughts and emotions. They want you to do that so that you can clear a path, because they are clearing a path for the manifestation of what you've been desiring. So then if you add 2 and 4 together, and I always add all of them, I add them together, I break them down. Now when I'm doing my weekly readings, I just break them down because I know the single digits quicker than the double digits. So if you add 2 and 4 together, you get 6. So what was I saying? Don't worry or obsess about material items, including your money, right? So don't worry about your work, because that lowers the effectiveness of your prayers. So again, fortunately, the angels can boost that, right? They can help us, and they can answer our prayers if we ask them to. So what is it that you need? Well, what is it you need? Attention, love? Okay. I need love. I need attention. I need a hug. I got a hug yesterday. I don't give hugs out. If that guy hadn't have said, give me a hug, I wouldn't have hugged him. But I did. And you know what? A body needs hugs. A body needs love. I need it. I don't get it from anyone. So there was a man who offered me a hug. I didn't hug the ladies. Ladies have a more difficult time hugging. Isn't that interesting? But I met 2 people, right? I went dancing. I did all the things that I needed. So what is it that I'm requiring? I told you I'm focusing all of my energy on my energy healing and my private readings. And Spirit knows that. So those are going to come to me. I also want to meet up with the one that we keep passing like ships in the night. It'll happen. So at 31 minutes, yes, we all know how desperate you are for love. We all know. We all know. Maybe you're me right now, right? You're wearing your Pisces with a crystal eye. But you know what? Why is it just bones? Why is it just a bag of bones? Why is there no flesh? Because it's in spirit? Is that why? Because it's in silver spirit? Okay, I got to do the reading. So at 31 minutes and 43 seconds, we're going to go to this very grounded little victorious sparrow. I always think that this reading is going to be shorter. Today I planned on it being shorter, and of course, it isn't. So we start with the crystal angels. I'll try and breeze through it, maybe a little quicker. Let's ask for a little bit of assistance here. I have a certain way of doing things. I need to get a tripod today as well to hold my phone. I'm sick of this. All right, multifaceted. Titanium rainbow quartz. All right, well, I have titanium rainbow quartz. Where is it? Oh, I think I sold it. I did. I made it in a cluster for somebody else, and I sold it. But that's a bummer. And I thought I had it somewhere. Liger, just chill out. Let me look and see if I can find another piece. I do have one little piece. I like that I can show you guys. This is titanium rainbow quartz, okay? Which is actually hematite with titanium in it. So multifaceted, many layers and dimensions to the situation or the person that you're asking about, which is what I was getting before, right? Think about it. There's more going on than meets the eye. So many layers to this situation. Look at all the different colors, all mixed in together. So more going on than meets the eye, which means you don't want to make any snap decisions. You don't want to make any judgment calls when you're not certain. You need to really chill out. Like, seriously, you need to stop. God. Okay, so there's a lot of sides to consider. There isn't one truth, but several truths. So, you know how you can say you've got your side and they've got their side? Well, there's like all different kinds of, all mixed up in here. So it could look like contradictions, right? It could feel confusing, obviously. This looks like a mess, a jumbled mess. It's confusing. You're trying to understand all these different aspects of it, and it's like, oh my God. So what you need to understand about this situation is this too much for you to handle? Like right now, you're too much for me to handle. Yeah, you need to relax. If I put my foot up and try to massage him, he'll bite me. See? Ow! Okay, I'm trying. Jeez, it's never good enough. So maybe that's the situation. It's never good enough. It's never enough. You're being pulled in a million different directions. Right? Right now I feel like Liger represents an elderly parent or a very, very needy child. But it's never enough. So are the differences between you upsetting? Are they unacceptable? Can you handle it? Now, if he relaxes, he's fine, right? Okay. So maybe it's me, right? Maybe it's me. I have to figure out about setting boundaries, and that's enough is enough, right? It could be that. So if you're asking about a certain person, they're saying that this is a sign of a very complicated and unpredictable relationship. This is back and forth, up and down. So you might find this exciting. This could be their career. This could be their personality. In and out, up and down. That's what I'm being shown, right? Others might say there's too much drama involved. So everybody has a lot of layers to them. Everybody does. We've all got issues that we've dealt with. We've all got circumstances that we've had to experience that cause us to look at life and react and be in different ways, right? So if the person in your life, if we're talking about a person, is behaving, they're ethical, and they stand in their integrity. If they behave with that, maybe you could benefit from this. If this is a decent person that's just got a complicated life, it could be very good for you, right? But it's a matter of what works for you. Some people just can't handle that. Some people, it's too much, right? It's too much for me. I can't multitask that way. I'm clearly, I got to tell you, you will be given circumstances in your life. You're like, why is this going on? Because Spirit's giving you all of these things in order for you to basically be able to deal with what you've asked for. So what do I have? I have 2 very demanding roommates, right? Very demanding, very finicky. They need certain food. They need a certain environment. They're in and out. They need my attention. And I recognize we all have pets, but I don't believe that most people deal with pets the way I do. I know they don't, right? But this is showing me other things. So there could be somebody that I want in my life that has, that needs special care. Well, if I can handle it with these animals and with the different roommates that I've had, Spirit's basically equipping me to be able to deal with that. Now, what if you don't want to deal with that? Heck that. Some people say, forget it, man. I don't even want a goldfish, right? I don't want a goldfish. I've got a dragonfish that I'm killing myself to get his tank clean, right? And I spent a lot of money on both of these guys. Both of these guys. Why did I say that? Now, that's interesting. I have 2 fish and I have 2 cats. I spend a lot of money on both of these guys. So they're the same. That's interesting. Pay attention to the words that you speak, you guys. You give yourself your own answers. So there is no single answer right now, basically, because you got free will. And so does the other person or the other situation. This is about a person, apparently. So nothing has been decided at this point. It's undetermined. Nothing is. We can't predetermine. God can't force something. Now, if those 2 that met, the train stopped and there they were standing in front of one another. If somebody decides, no, I'm going to go in the other direction, there's nothing you can do. Now, I was shown today that the one that I was thinking about is going to tell me, I'm not going to do this. It's too far. The distance is too great. This is too much work for me. I'm not going to do it. That's what I heard. Now, that's where the energy is at this moment. So I heard that and I thought, okay, so now I'm listening to this, right? There is free will. Nobody has to do anything, right? And when you first look at these 2, she's kind of looking away, thinking, and he's stubborn. So maybe this one isn't going to. Maybe somebody is not willing, right? Maybe one person would have been willing, but the other one is not, and we have to recognize that. So right now, basically, the situation that you're talking about, it's up for interpretation. Either it's a positive situation or it's not. It comes down to personal taste. It comes down to preferences. And basically what it is you've got the opportunity right now in front of you. You've got the opportunity to be the director of your own movie. So how are you going to have this one play out? What are you going to do? What is your choice? So meditation always works. And meditation, if you have titanium, rainbow titanium, that would help even more. So if you don't have it specifically, look at this. Let's see if I can get this into focus. Take a swipe of that. Take a screenshot if you need. And then put your left thumb over it. Rub it over your third eye. Like I'm going to rub the stone over my third eye. Titanium and circuit. So I want the qualities of this. So when I meditate, I get answers. Am I wasting my time being available? Should I open myself up? Right? Because I clearly am somebody who is willing to work, but somebody else may not be. So then we go to the next. White tiger. Ace of spring. Okay. White tigers are really, really cool symbols, actually. The totem, the white tiger, is really awesome, but I'm not going to go into this. It's too much work right now. So it's telling you that there's a new opportunity. I saw that moon last night. Did you guys see the new moon? It looked just like that. So there is a wonderful new opportunity. It's going to present itself. And considering this is my one that I picked, and this, wow, these cards are talking about my life. So, hey, okay, I'm going to have an opportunity. Cool. It might come as a surprise, but Spirit says you're going to want to leap into action and passionately pursue it in every way and in every possibility. How interesting. So I saw this yesterday, and this is one of the songs that came out yesterday, and that's what we were told. And I was wondering what it was, so it's not here for me yet. But Spirit was just enforcing, literally, over and over again, take the leap. Jump, go, 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 do it, do it. Now, you see these two, the mother tiger and the baby tiger, and in the background there's the castle. And there's birds flying from that castle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds leaving the castle. I live in this tower. That's where I live. I live in a castle. So I'm going to have an opportunity to go somewhere. I might fly. Maybe I'm going to be allowed to go home to Wisconsin. That's what I'm seeing. Ace is the first. Number 1, new beginning. It's going to be a chance. Now, Liger is a tiger. There's 2 tigers holding on. So my cats, right? My 2 cats. Somebody needs to take care of them. I heard yesterday, leave your babies. That was actually in our reading yesterday, leave your babies. And I'm not going to leave them forever, but I could leave them to be watched. So I think that that's what it's showing me. What does all of this mean to you? It shows me leaving the castle and going into the countryside. So maybe I'm supposed to go take my friend Randall up on going and staying up in the woods. I don't know. I ask for Spirit to show me. What is it what is the opportunity? Because they'll make it clear. They're going to make it clear to us. We're not going to have to sit there and kill ourselves. And don't do that. Don't drive yourselves crazy trying to figure it out if you can't figure it out. Don't try to figure it out. Spirit's going to make it clear. When you're supposed to do something, they'll make it clear, right? You do have to listen to your higher self, though. I had a feeling something was up, and so I asked, what do you want me to do? Didn't see a sign, turned on the radio, and I was told what to do. I did it. So we have to follow what our higher self says. So whatever this is, it's exciting. I mean, if it's a wonderful new opportunity, there's exciting news. It might be something that I will be able to do, that I can use my work, my gifts towards, right? There's abundance coming forward, but it's about fearlessly going after it. The tiger talks about fearlessness, tenacity, going for it, right? So opportunities that are unexpected, that's really cool. That's really cool. So if it comes as a surprise, it may catch you off guard. Now think about it. That guy bumped into that girl. It was a surprise. Ooh, they both liked it. She went away. He thought, ugh. Then he saw her. He had an opportunity, but he didn't take it. Yeah, but I was working. Yeah, but you know what? You got something in front of you that you want. You hesitated and you lost that. I'm not going to lose it again. So they're telling you you're going to want to leap into action and passionately pursue it. So nothing to be feared, everything to be gained, or Spirit wouldn't be telling you this. So whatever dreams that you've been holding on in your heart right now, this is about bringing those to life, because Spirit's working with you. Tigers clearly they're very strong, they're very powerful. They're magnificent. They're courageous. They're like a lion. I mean, come on. They're a giant cat. So this is about perseverance. We got this yesterday. Perseverance. This is about going the distance. This is about, whatever that opportunity is, Spirit's telling you to grab it and run. I got that I wait till you see today's reading, the weekly reading. This is like the follow-up. This is perfect because you're going to get today the weekly reading first, and then you're going to get this. So you're going to understand that, wow, here it is again. Emphasis again. So the fact that this mama tiger is snuggling her baby, your baby could be your project. I heard a sentence in my meditation. Now, what I do is, somebody asked me, what is it that I do? When I wake up in the morning, as I'm coming out of my dream, I keep my eyes closed. First of all, I write my dream down, and then I close my eyes again, and I just kind of lay there to see if Spirit has anything more for me while I'm actually awake. That's when I get my sentences. And you know what I heard? Remember I said I wasn't sure if when I listened to my twin or when I watched him in my dream, if he was talking about someone else or if he was talking about me? Well, he's the only person that's ever called me babe as my name. And I've never called anybody that but him. I heard something unusual. I heard my boyfriend is the guy who calls you babe. And I thought, ooh, I hope I'm not connecting to some woman whose boyfriend is calling me babe, and that's like a third-party situation. And then I thought, but if it's my higher self talking to me, my boyfriend is the one who calls you babe. Meaning he's calling me that. He said that to me once because I was upset about what I watched in a dream, and he came to me and he said, it's you. You're my friend from the old school. You're the one I was talking to, and I didn't believe him at the time. So right now, this tiger's holding on to its babe. That babe might be that person in your life. That babe might represent somebody that you were wanting to care for. That babe might be your project. That babe might be an idea that you have. It might be your child. It might be your pet. Because loving parents, this is a loving parent holding on to that baby. So it talks about babying whatever it is that you're trying to bring about. I baby my cats. I love them. I want them to feel safe and happy, right? I baby my projects. I take care. If something's precious to you, you take care of it. That guy that had all those piles of papers set back on his desk again and again, he was overworked. See, that wasn't a regular workplace. He was being made to work overtime again and again and again. And finally, he's like, no, enough is enough, which is us. We could be piling that upon ourselves. And Spirit says enough, and you need to listen, or you're going to lose out on the opportunities. You might be just losing out on the opportunity to have friendship. Like, I met 2 people. I have 2 girls that I can call. I don't have anybody here. Nobody. I have one friend that never shows up, never calls me back. You know, busy. So now I found somebody who's available. You know, that person has a husband. She's always with her husband. So now I've got some people that they're available to me. Well, these people are married too, but they said that they would do something with me. So that kind of shows you who's available to you in your life, you know, and who's not. Also, tigers are associated with wealth. So this speaks about abundance. So this opportunity coming towards you is bringing you abundance. Abundance of what? Abundance of financial assistance, abundance of knowledge, abundance of love. It depends on what it is that you're babying. Tigers are unpredictable. So the opportunity is going to be unpredictable. It's going to catch you off guard. So prepare. Be ready for it. At 47 minutes and 59 seconds, we go to Bastet, the guardian of the home, the guardian of cats. She's a warrior, but she's got her sword sheathed. Make time for self-care. Now, didn't I say that this was mine? See? So here it is again, Spirit stressing this. Now, kyanite, the crystal kyanite, is a self-charging crystal. It doesn't need to charge off of anyone else, and it doesn't need to be cleared, but it will clear and charge other crystals. This is kyanite right here, this blue stone. Now, that's a message. I am a self-charging crystal. I'm not somebody who goes around other people to get my energy. Some people need that. I don't do well with that. I need alone time to charge, right? I need to be in nature. I need alone time to clear. However, I can clear and charge other people. That's my energy. So think about how, this obviously applies to you as well. So if that's the situation, especially with the work that I'm doing, right? I will need self-care. It's essential. I can't do the work that I do for you guys if I'm exhausted. You don't want me to read for you if I'm discombobulated and I'm not able to pick up on the messages Spirit's sending to me. I'm no use to you or to anyone else. So that's why sometimes, like yesterday, I needed to go relax. I needed to go. Even though it was time to do my reading, I needed that myself. And then I was better to do the reading for you guys. And it was a fun reading, guys. Wait till you see it. Well, you will. You'll have had it by the time you see this. But I needed it. It was important. I was exhausted. So this card comes forward, and I know why. We all will know why. You get this message. whenever you've not been listening to Spirit, whenever you've not been putting your needs where they should be, you've not been focusing on yourself, you've not been taking care of yourself, you've been putting everybody else, your work, everybody else's interests, all ahead of yourself. So this is, I mean, Spirit couldn't get any louder to me than they have. They did this to me at this time last year. Seems to be a certain time of year for me. And you got to think about it. Summer vacation, kids all get vacation from school, right? Teachers get vacation too. But I haven't given myself a vacation. Not at all. I'm a teacher. Have I allowed myself a vacation? I've tried to go to Wisconsin. I would have gone, but Spirit says no. They didn't want that. So something else had to happen. I needed to just time for myself, right? But I wasn't doing it. So you're clearly getting the same message as me. So there's no arguing here. You're putting yourself last on the list. Do you know that this morning I haven't eaten anything? I fed Lily first, then I fed Liger, then I fed the fish. Think about that. You guys are the fish. I fed my animals and then I fed the fish. I always do that. I'm always last. So the one thing I do is I get my water. And in my water, if you guys can see, I've got my chia seeds, all my supplements, I've taken my vitamins, and I have that. So right now this is reminding me I have to take a swig of this. The chia seeds help. They've got omega fatty acids and proteins in them. I've also got, like I said, all the multivitamins. I've also got my lemon, the whole lemon. So there's nourishment in this for me. I've got apple cider. Oh, I didn't. That's why I'm listing it. See, I do things for a reason. I'm listing it out loud because there was something I forgot. This is the apple cider with the mother. Think about it. I'm mothering myself right now. So I need to put that in there. And all of the items that are in there are like the Master Cleanse. So your body can handle that. Now I need a little bit of maple syrup in here to sweeten it. Hold on. So I have to stop. I'm doing my reading, but you guys are getting information as well. This is a cleanse that you can have. Hold on. I'm running out of maple syrup. I have to buy more. I'm out of water. I'm out of maple syrup. Think about this. So I'm out of everything for myself. And I need to stock up. So this teacher has not had a vacation. This teacher needs a vacation. And Spirit is obviously saying, you're not going home to Wisconsin, but we want you to go on a vacation. So I'm doing that. I'm going to stop during this reading. I'm going to shake this up. You guys are going to just have to wait because I need this. And this is what you need to do. This is basically what Spirit's telling you. You need to stop. And you need to actually say to other people, okay, I'll be with you in a second, right? It doesn't take more than a couple seconds for me to do that. So you're going to have to just hold on a second while I do that. Now to somebody else, like your boss. Okay, you know what? I'll take care of that. But I have this, I've got to do this. This is important right now for me. And I need to take care of this. Maybe you're the boss. I'm the boss. This is my own company, right? If I want to take time off, I can take time off. But I'm not. So I need to tell myself. It's kind of like my one of my spiritual friends the other day said something I thought was interesting. They said, I told my ego mind to shut up. I told my ego mind, stop. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to take control of that. I'm not going to have you upset me. I'm not going to, whatever it is. And I did that this morning too. I said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to take control of my ego mind. And I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to listen to anything negative. I'm going to stay positive. So this is what's going on right now. We can take care of tell ourselves, okay, this is enough. You've been pushing yourself too much. It's time to listen to what Spirit's been saying, right? Now, as I'm talking to you guys, I got to show you. I'm majorly multitasking. I'm doing all of this stuff at the same time. So clearly I'm a multitasker. I'm talking, I'm giving you the messages. I just had to upload. There it is. Now it's up. The weekly reading. Okay. So I can do a lot of things at one time. I am capable of doing that, but sometimes it's too much. It's too overwhelming and we need to stop. We have been so busy that we haven't had time for rest. I mean, my landlord goes, are you up? Yesterday, are you up? Because it was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock. And, you 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 know, 10 o'clo I was, but I was laying in bed. I said I was actually, what I was doing was, I just decided to give myself a freaking rest. I gave myself a rest. And I laid in bed and I listened, in, like I said, to spirit, right? To what messages they had to give me. I started looking up, something popped up on YouTube about this really cool old abandoned house, and I started sharing things. It was interesting to me. And what it was it wasn't my work. It didn't have anything to do with my work, which is what I needed to do. I needed to step away from my work. And it gave me ideas. It showed me again what matters to me, what was important, what I would like. You know, boy, I would like to do that. I'd love to get an old place and fix it up. And it was on property. And it just reminded me of the things that are important to me as well, right? So for yourself, have you had time for rest? Probably not, right? Have I had time for rest? No. And then when you're exhausted, you don't have time for exercise. It's not even so much that you don't have time for exercise, but you're exhausted. I didn't have the energy. I didn't work out. What was that, the night before last? I didn't. And I've been working out every single night because I want to get my body in shape, right? I'm determined to get myself back to where I feel comfortable. And it's happening, but it's slow, but it's happening. Change, right? Change happens slowly, but it happens if you're consistent. And I thought, oh, I'm so tired. I literally could not keep my eyes open the other night. I could not keep my eyes open. And so I said to myself, you know what? You're okay. You don't have to. And what did I do? I ended up dancing yesterday. I danced quite a bit. So when we're so tired, we're not able to think straight. We're not getting our exercise in, which is what we need as well. Our health is not going well. Sometimes we get so tired we don't even eat. I do that. I get so tired I don't even eat. And then I work as a spiritual teacher. This is what I do. But maybe you have a different type of job. So if you're overworking and you're exhausted and you don't have time, look, I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to associate with people. I certainly don't have time for my spiritual path. Wow, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So this is about reprioritizing, right? And spirit will help us do this because we obviously feel that we're doing this because we are struggling. Like me, I need to pay bills. I need to do this. I need to do that, right? I'm trying to save up money and put it aside because I'm going to be moving somewhere. And I've got to have enough money to figure out where I'm going to go and start again, right? You need first and last month's rent. God knows what I choose to do. Maybe I want to buy myself a little trailer. I don't know. But that's why I'm kind of pushing myself, right? And yet Spirit says, stop. We'll help you. You don't have to do it all. We will elevate things in your life so that you don't feel like you're so oppressed. Maybe you're overworked because your boss is doing this, right? So put out to Spirit, I love my boss. I like my job, but it's too much for me. Can you help me with this? Help bring them, hire somebody else, or maybe they could delegate the authority, or maybe I need to speak up and say that. So Spirit's basically saying, not only do you need this, but you need to carve out. It's like buy out the time. You buy back some of your own time. Have you ever heard the story of the little boy whose dad's always at work? And he comes up with the piggy bank and he dumps the piggy bank in his dad's lap, and his dad says, "What's this?" And he says, "I know you're really busy, Dad. I know you're trying to take care of us, but do you think this is enough time? Could I buy an hour of your time? God, could you imagine? Can I buy an hour of your time?" That's what Liger feels. Could you give me some time? So I spent time with him, giving him a massage, giving him Reiki healing. We all need to have love from our loved ones, and their love is their time. It's not what you can buy us. I don't want you to hand me jewels. I don't want you to give me a house and vacations. I want your time. So think about that. We deserve that. And the ones in our lives deserve that. And we deserve to have our spiritual connection strong. And if we're so exhausted, that won't happen. So prayer is very powerful. Ask Spirit to help you. Please help me. Get me the private readings and my private clients in the, because this is the path that I really love to do, or the opportunities that would help me with this. Even donations, that would be great. Hell, I donate a lot of my time. I'm very open to donations. If you guys would like to donate to my work, www.theangelswhisper.com. There's a donate button there. $5. That would help. These readings are, valuable. I know my time is valuable. And Spirit says, yes, it is. But you know what? You also need to say that, Sherry. I'm very good at promoting other people, and I always forget myself. So lately I'm being reminded, and I'm doing that. Also, if you would like a private reading or long-distance Reiki healing, I'm here. So right now, Spirit says, say no to the distractions. Say no to what's pulling you off. Now, if you get distracted by things that are not important, then when you are meant to be doing your work, it's going to run into time that you should be spending elsewhere. So it's about prioritizing, right? And your priority should be you first. Now, blue is the color of the Kyanite stone, and that's the truth stone. That's the speech stone. Spirit's speaking to you. Do you need to speak to someone else? This is funny. Kangaroo, baby in the pocket. She's let her baby out of her pocket. 8 of summer. 8, the infinity symbol. You will be infinitely supplied. Summer, now. I took a picture the night of our sun, and that's what it looked like with the smoke because of the fires. It looked just like that. So you feel like there's more to life than what you're living. Hell yeah. So it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you're in control, and I keep getting that. It's time to take that baby that's been in your pocket out of your pocket. Stop carrying around somebody who can take care of themselves. It's time to move on. Kangaroos move forward very quickly. They're very strong. Again, that's the soul color. What did I say? I'm missing my turquoise. I want my turquoise back. I'm taking back my energy. I'm taking back my life. That's what this means. So for you, this is summer. Summer's ending, you guys. It's freaking ending already. Kids are going back to school. That may be what's going on right here. That child right there, you got him out of your pocket. Maybe it's time for your little ones to head off to school, right? It's time to move on. Maybe they're moving into the next grade, new school. Maybe you guys are actually literally moving. But it's about taking a big leap. Because have you ever watched a kangaroo leap or a wallaby, whatever we're looking at here? It's definitely time to move on. No one's making you, right? No one's shoving you out the door, but you want to go. I do. I'm raring to go. I'm like that horse pawing the ground, right? We're being drawn to something that's going to make us happy because where we're at right now, we're not. And the thing is, we're in control of this. No one else is forcing this upon us. Spirit says there is something really wonderful outside waiting for us, something amazing. It's for us. So again, we're being told to take the leap of faith. So I'm definitely watching because I've got an opportunity coming in front of me and I'm going to take the leap. These ones, they can take a very big leap at one time. One big leap. And also, if you get into a dangerous situation, you can get out of there quickly, right? If you take a leap and whoops, that's not the right way, you can get out fast. So if you're going in a direction and it doesn't look like it's great, no, that's not quite right. I'm going to switch and I'm going to go in this direction. I can get out of there quickly. You're strong. Have you ever watched a kangaroo? I watched this the other day. There was a kangaroo. It was horrible. I was so angry. I think it was one of the things I signed. Kangaroo in a cage. It was more like a sanctuary, but he was behind this fence. And this ass, this guy, Middle Eastern guy, came up and he starts punching at him, like shoving him. And the kangaroo was standing there and you could see the muscle on this guy. Man, that kangaroo could have flattened that guy. The only reason he was punching him and pushing him was because he was behind the fence and he figured he couldn't get out. All I wanted was to see that kangaroo leap that fence, which he could have done, and beat the shit out of that guy. I wanted to see that happen. But the kangaroo had been conditioned to believe that he had to stay behind that fence, not realizing that in the wild you could leap over that. That could happen to us. We could allow ourselves to be in a situation where we're penned in when we're not penned in. We can leap out, and whoever's abusing us, abusing our good nature, taking advantage of us, they need the shit kicked out of them. And you know how we do that? By running over them as we leave. See ya. Out of here. We don't have to fight anyone. We can just trample our way out and leave them in the dust, which is what these guys are doing. They're like, we're out of here. We're out. You're courageous. You can do it. Do it. I will. Absolutely. No doubt. So now at 1 hour, see, we always go long. We got Anubis, the goddess of lost, the god of lost souls. Goddess of lost souls, interesting. Are you even dressing up like a female? Undercover, so that you can help people? That's what I feel. So here's Mr. Authority. This is also, who did we say this is? We did, can't even think of who we did. I can't remember who this is. You guys will know. So here we see him. He's in charge, large and in charge. He's being elevated on love. All cards, you know what? At his feet, all cards are laid out on the table, all showing hearts. What are you going to do about it? You look pretty stubborn. Maybe you're not interested. Doesn't look like he's interested to me. Opal. Here we have Opal right here. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You're being guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Okay, there you are. There you are, standing in all of your power and glory. So allow yourself to shine. Anubis is shining. Look at that. So I talked about Prince downstairs, the one we rescued from the drug house. How when I would brush him, I would see this silver undercoat. And I said, I called him my Prince in dirty armor, in dusty armor. Well, his coat, his summer coat, is what he's wearing right now. He dropped his winter coat, and now all you see is the silver. It's funny. It's got gray hair underneath. It's hysterical. So this is what I'm looking at right here. This Anubis. It's kind of dark, right? What's built up on the outside of you that's been dark. The gold is shining through. And as soon as you can wipe away that toxic energy that's kind of built up around the outside of you, you'll allow yourself to shine. And when you do allow yourself to shine, you will pull towards you perfect people, opportunities, and situations. But you have to allow yourself to have that happen. You've been hiding. You've been hiding your light. You've been thinking you're too much. You've been thinking maybe you're too difficult or your life is too difficult to handle. So Spirit's telling you, they want you to express yourself loud, boldly. They don't want you to be a shrinking violet at this time. They are telling you that you can inspire others. You can help others. You're supposed to help people. So express what you need to express. Now, right now, you look pissed off. So are you angry about something? Express it. Say what you're angry about. Don't repress it. You are not happy with where you are. And it's clear that you're not happy. You're standing with love at your feet, but you're not happy. You're holding something inside. So Spirit wants you to clear the anger, whatever it is. If you're in a relationship, this is a relationship card that's causing anger for you, you need to express yourself. And then you need to do something about it. You need to take healthy action. Action. It's not working where you are. You're not happy. So if you're in a marriage at this time and you're not happy with what's going on, there's hidden resentment. It's negatively affecting this relationship. The romance, the friendship, the partnership's all going down the toilet right now because of suppressed, unspoken, unexpressed anger and upset and frustration. So right now, marital counseling is high on the list. You need counseling, mediation, in order to bring about a resolution, or you need to walk away. Or you need to say it's not working for me. But you need to do something, because right now, you're not happy. And when you're not happy, nobody's truly happy. So the opals, these are fire opals that I'm wearing. Let's see if I can tap on the screen and get it more clear. Hold on. There we go. There's a lot of fire in these opals. These were my mom's favorites. So the fire opal, which is what it is that we're speaking about, and you use the energy of this is about alchemy, spiritual alchemy. So it amplifies your wishes and feelings and your intentions. So again, if you need to, take a look at the fire opal. Take a screenshot, if you don't have any fire opals, and rub it over your third eye. Fire opal in circuit. And then you take that manifestation ability, that amplifying ability into your life. There's 3 fire opals here. Full circle completion. Maybe this is a soul contract that's done. So then deal with it. But there's also 4 seed pearls, pearls of wisdom. No, there's not. There's 5. There's 5 seed pearls of wisdom. Again, a significant change is occurring in your life, always for the better. So maybe this change is that this is an ending of something. Could be that you need counseling to pull it together. You could be ending it. Altogether, it's 8, which is meaning you're going to be infinitely supplied, whatever it is that you need, so not to worry, right? Wow, this is intriguing. We just got this, the Queen of Spring. And there she sits with her crown in front of her, waiting, with the forget-me-not. Someone says, don't forget me. Probably her husband who's off at work because she's home taking care of the kids. The forget-me-nots are everywhere, but where is he? So, right now she needs to handle things. She needs to take care of things. So you need to not underestimate yourself. You're talented, you're brilliant, you're independent, you're charming. You've got it all going for you. You have the ability to manifest what you need in your life as well. Do you want your husband home from work? Well, then you put your rockets of desires out there. You hold on to this fiery opal and say, I'm sending those manifestation abilities out into the universe. I'm making this happen. I want to spend time with the one I love. These ones need to spend time with their dad. Right now, you're juggling, just like me. There I am. This is me. This is me with my 2 fur kids, juggling multiple priorities. My king isn't here. I keep my eyes up to spirit, and I'm paying attention now to what spirit is telling me. When I get up, I do what I can, and when it's time to go to sleep, I rest. I'm not going to kill myself. That's the information that I'm getting today from this card. I recognize the importance of being outside in nature. I spend time with my kids. They need my attention. I recognize the importance of flower essences. They can help me. So at this time, sunflower essence, I want to know. I know what the sunflower means. It means keep your thoughts up to spirit. It means you do the work that you need to do during the day, and then you sleep at night. But for sunflower essence, I work with the Bach flower remedies because my mother worked with Dr. Bach. She studied under Dr. Bach. The Bach flower essence is in England, and it's interesting because I'll tell you about that in a second. The sunflower essence will balance your third eye. Actually, not your third eye, sorry, your third chakra. So that's your sacral chakra. And your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is the yellow. So the solar plexus says, I am worthy, first of all, of being treated as royalty. I'm worthy of beautiful things. I'm capable of creating this for myself. I don't sit here entitled and expect somebody to hand it to me on a silver platter. I'm a hard worker. I know how to raise my children. I take care of things. I appreciate the beauty of wonderful things. I appreciate beauty and of elegance and the fine things in life, but I also very much appreciate the beauty of nature. I think that they're equally balanced here. I have an equal balance of my appreciation for both. So the sunflower solar plexus, this is balancing that for you, giving you courage and confidence so that you can take action, so that you can be a proper leader, so that you can set a proper example, and so that you do know that you are worthy. You're capable and you're worthy. You the sunflower essence. So get sunflower essence and drop it in your water. $12 is generally what it is. $10 to $12. You can get it at any health food store. Right now it's important to spend some time out in nature. Clearly you don't have a king in front of you, so you need to take care of yourself. You need to focus on you. Focus on the ones that are there in front of you and love the ones that are there in front of you. Put your rockets of desire out with what you want. I want my king home. I want my king with me. Okay, we know that. Spirit says, we'll handle it. We'll handle it. We'll take care of it. No worries. Let it go. That's when we surrender. At 1 hour and 13 minutes, we go to this very quiet sparrow. Could be very underestimated, but also very capable and worthy. Moonstone. Gotta love that. I got moonstones all over me right now. Look at the fire of my moonstone. Isn't that amazing? That was my mom's moonstone. I can't believe I let that sit in a dish for so long. I got rid of the carnelian. Isn't that interesting? I didn't need that anymore because that was for someone else. And I decided to start focusing on me. This is my stone. Right? This is my stone. Uh-oh, look what I've done again. Look what I've done again. I put that on backwards. I need to fix that. Hold on, you guys. I gotta put you down. Sometimes I gotta put you down and put myself first. And that's definitely a message for all of us. Moonstones are talking about your intuition. So my intuition just gave me a message. Whoa. Again, you're putting other people first. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, so this is what I chose to do. I put that moonstone fire facing in on me. I'm giving love to myself. The majority, I'm going to start focusing on myself. That cat is out that way, right? My focus is on me. I do give much to all of you. That goes out from me. But I need to give myself back more. So pay attention. Your moonstone is asking you to pay attention. Be aware of what your higher self is telling you. We're telling you. Are you giving too much to other people and not giving enough back to yourself? Seems to be a theme today, doesn't it? So what other messages are the moonstone telling you? The goddess energy, your intuitive energy. Be careful right now. We're getting a lot of downloads. It could be a reason why and I always get mine ahead of time. Like when you guys get these messages about downloads, I've already had them. I get them. I usually get things a couple weeks ahead. So I was up at night, not able to sleep. Those are downloads. If you find yourself headache, if you find unusual energy, that's downloads happening. So that could be going on for you right now, that you're getting downloads, and that's from spirit, and that's going to give you very strong feelings. And I was already told this, and I'm telling you now. When you get these downloads, afterwards you will be connecting more clearly with your intuition, and you will follow that guidance. Like I have been getting, like I said, where do I go? Here, go. I'm following my intuition, but it's heightened because I've had my downloads. So be aware of this going on. You'll get very clear feelings. You'll get clear realizations. You'll just know. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to have it written in front of you. You just understand what it's telling you. But in order for this to happen, you need to, now it's interesting. What did I say when I went dancing yesterday? I walked in there with water. I didn't drink. Well, for one thing, I'm always aware right now. I'm always watching, right? It's very important right now because there's significant changes happening in my life as there are in yours right now. So I need to be alert to what's going on. Spirit wants us to be alert, and the way we do that is to be clean and sober in every way. In every way. No pot, no alcohol. They want us to be sober. Otherwise, we're not going to have a clarity of mind. Our mind is going to be foggy. Doves are on the move really quick right now. That's doves. To me, what I heard was prophecy. So there are. Right now, I'm having things unfold in front of me that I dreamed about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, and it's unfolding now. So prophecies are unfolding quickly right now at this time. Visions and dreams that we've had. So you're going to have to stay clean and sober in order for you to notice what's going on. You're not going to pick up on it. Also, understand what you feel. I spoke about this yesterday in our weekly reading. Feel. It's your feelings. What are you picking up? The energy. If I walk into a place I don't feel right, like I felt it was time for me to leave at the Beer and Wine Garden. It was time to go. I felt it was getting late. I felt it. I just felt it. It was still bright out. I just felt that energy. Then I started to feel a little uncomfortable. And then I said to Spirit, and I said it out loud. Well, they worked with me and they brought the police, right? They were there to keep me safe. I'm paying attention to what I feel. I called my daughter, she didn't answer. I called my grandson, he didn't answer. I called my son-in-law, they didn't answer. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm going there. I followed my intuition. I had to go there. First of all, I needed to connect with them. Second of all, I needed to pick up all of my business cards that I couldn't find. So I was following my intuition. So, and feelings, a gut feeling. If your gut feeling says do this, do it. And if it says do it now, do it now. Even if you don't understand why. Don't ignore them. Don't override what you pick up. And if you get an impression on something or someone or a situation, trust it. I'm getting prickles in my face right now. And I'm getting, wow, I just got a heat flush. And it's not menopause. And it's actually it's quite cool in here. I have the fan on. But I just got a heat flush through my body. That's a negative feeling. It just happened again. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure what it's showing me right now. But I'm listening to it. Something has happened. Something's on fire. I have to pay attention to that. This isn't about logic. This is about trusting my spiritual side and you trusting your spiritual side. And what's interesting is Spirit said just now, it's going to make sense to you soon. Okay, so I'll understand right now. 2 huge flushes of heat going through my body. I'll understand it soon. So right now as well, we've got a new moon, right? So pay attention to how your body reacts. My body's very reactive with the moon. I am a Pisces moon and I live mostly in that energy. I'm a goddess energy. I'm an intuitive teacher, right? So I tap into this 24/7. So I'm very affected. So you obviously getting this card are also very, very affected by the cycles of the moon. It's a new moon now. This is about putting out your new moon wishes. This is about going after what it is that you want. This is about what are your plans, right? Maybe right now, what's interesting too, I just got, wow. I said, what are your plans? And both of my ears plugged. And they did it again. What are your plans? Bam, twice. So don't plan, ease your schedule, Sherry. For me, I just was told ease your schedule. Okay, for me, I'm easing my schedule today. I'll go get Merlin's grass and I'm gonna rest. I all of a sudden have very, very heavy eyes. So that means I have a dream. So I'm gonna have to have a nap or a meditation. I have a dream. So they're gonna be bringing me messages. So I pay attention to how my body reacts. My eyes always get heavy like that. It happened suddenly right when I got that flush and then the 2 bang, bang, back to back. Bang, bang, back to back. 2 flushes of heat. 2 ears plugging back to back. Popping. Ease up. What's going on? Something's amplified. So I'm receiving some energy. Now my left hand is prickling. It's my heart side. So I'm receiving information. So when we do this, it helps us because the moon energy is our mothering side, our nurturing side, our intuitive side. So it's going to help us with being able to be receptive. And I'm picking up energy from somebody right now. It's clearly coming from my spiritual twin because my left side is totally sparkling. So I'll find out soon what that is. But we have to tap in. It's our feminine aspects. It's our nurturing energy. These are our receptors that we need to pay attention to. Wow, my phone keeps flashing. My phone is on silent while I do my readings, so it might be that I'm trying to be reached. Now check this out. See? Oh my God, everything's about fast forward movement. So here's the chariot. What's interesting to me is the horses are in the chariot. I wonder if anybody else ever picks that up. So you may be feeling like you have to do all the work, 2 of you. But Spirit's handling this. Spirit's carrying you, and there you are. It's golden. It's all golden. Gold. You're going for the gold, and Spirit's taking you there. 7, which is highlighted in the color gold. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. You're moving quickly. Look at the reins flopping in the wind. This one's got their head down because they're trying to hold on. That's how fast that's moving. Major transformation. So I just showed you that I have, bam, bam, both ears plugged, hot flash, twice. So this is about opposing energies. Remember they just said to me, you're going to understand. So there's a confliction. Opposing energies. And through determination and focus, you can handle this successfully. You're able to balance this. This chariot's like going like this. Somebody's got you in their chariot and they're pulling you. Do you want to be there, or is this Spirit pulling you? No, I say Spirit's pulling you. Someone else might be challenging you, but Spirit's saying, get in, we're going to carry you now, let's go. We're showing you where to go. Look at the star, that gold star, that badge, that shield. Always take your car to the man with the gold star. Your car is how we move forward in life. Mama Sherry said that yesterday. She had a Texaco sign, a gas station with a big star. I spoke about it yesterday. I have that gold star in my car. Always take your gold star, and it's hanging in my rearview mirror where I look back to the past, but it also looks forward to the future, and it's got feathers in it, which moves forward, a dove for prophecy, fulfillment. The duck feather, the mallard, it's a male, which is a guardian, which is someone who's able to, he's very comfortable in their emotional waters, but not very comfortable on land. So comfortable in their dream time, but not in the physical. That's interesting. That's the gold star. That's the badge. Always trust the man. Always take your car to the man with the gold star. The man with the gold star right now is spirit. We are guiding your car forward. The wagon wheels, you guys will understand this yesterday. I sat right here. I sat right here yesterday between the wagon wheels. Wait till you see our weekly reading. Oh my God. The yellow bag, representing solar plexus. Again, I am worthy, I am capable, I can do anything I set my mind to. Courage. The lion, the color of the lion. Forward movement. Spirit is dragging you fast. You have earned the rewards and the recognition that you're receiving. You've been given a gold star. Now, when you're given a gold star, it's like in restaurants, you know, give me a gold star. Or even if you like anything, they give you like 5 stars. If I'm rated on my website, you know, for my readings, they leave feedback. If they leave feedback, they can give me 1 to 5 stars. I almost always get 5 stars because Spirit's guiding me. The only time I get a negative is if somebody doesn't like what they hear. Because I got to tell you, there's been a couple times, actually there's about 3 times that I do know, I just wasn't connecting. I was overtired, and I said to them, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm not connecting. And they said we weren't connecting. Nice person, but we're just not connecting. So I didn't get the 5 stars. I always get 5 stars. It bothers me when I don't. That was because I was overtired. I shouldn't have been working. I shouldn't have been working. I deserved that lower. The other ones that you see, I actually knew who they would be before I got them, and it was somebody that was disrespectful and I hung up on them. I disconnected from them, or they did not like what I was telling them, and I'm like, look, I'm not here to give you information that you want to hear. I'm here to give you the information that's in front of me. They don't like that. Sometimes people want to hear only positive signs. And you know, it's funny because Veronica from Insight, what is it? Insight, oh, I can't think of what her some of you guys know her. Intuitive Pathways, I think that's what her site is. She said this too. There are people, and I've watched it. I went looking for it and I could see it. There are readers out there that are paid. They all belong to the same club. They all are given the same information, and that's how they're paid. They give positive, fluffy information because that way people keep coming back to them because they're giving them what they want. Don't go there. Don't go to where people give you everything what you want. Sometimes what I have to say to you, you're not going to like to hear it, but you need to hear it because I'm speaking truthfully. I'm giving what Spirit's showing me. I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm not here for that. There are a lot of fake readers out there that are. You can see them. If you start paying attention, they will give you the same message. You'll go to all these readers and it's like, how is it that every single one of those readers got the same information? That's impossible. We can kind of get the same general idea, but not that same identical information. That's impossible, right? I'll give you not the same cards, not the they're liars. So be careful of false readers out there. So for you, this is a forward movement. This is Spirit giving you a high five, saying you have earned your position, you've earned your status, you've earned the reputation that precedes you, and we are telling you, we give you a gold star. You've maintained control. You've been able to balance, through difficult situations. If you are the one that's normally guiding these two in the chariot, you're the chariot rider, right? It's difficult. You've got 2 wild horses running in front of you. You've got to learn how to pull in the reins on one side and let the other one lead when you got to turn, right? You got to be really careful. If you let them both lead and they just go crazy, you'll get flipped out. You'll flip your carriage. If you let one go too quickly, you'll spin out. If you halt, you'll spin out. You've got to maintain your balance and your control as you move forward. And you've been successfully able to do that. You've been confident and you've been determined. And right now, Spirit says because of that, your victory is assured. This is a victorious sparrow. He doesn't have to sit here and toot his own horn. Spirit's tooting it for him or her, right? So this is about success that comes from hard work. You've done it. You've done the work, and you've earned what's coming to you. You've earned the rewards. You've earned the recognition. You've balanced a lot of things. But right now, there's also still the necessary focus right now. Right now, I'm looking at that, especially the one on the right, the one horse on the right. You still need to balance. Now you're in the chariot. Spirit hauling you forward, but you still need to maintain your balance. You still need to stay focused. You need to pay attention to what's going on in front. right? That one that's looking down is not going to be as safe as the one to the right that's balancing and looking ahead intently, paying attention. So remain focused, remain determined, remain self-confident as you move forward. You will be triumphant, especially if you follow the lead that Spirit is pulling. So also, horses always represent travel. I also see 2 men traveling forward. There's 2 that Spirit is bringing forward. 2 helpers, 2 guides, 2 friends, 2 lovers. Could be a male and a female. All I know is they're aligned. They're both the same. They're both innocent. They're both truthful. Spirit's carrying both of them forward. How about that? But also, however, like I said, I see 2 men. I see business travel, quick business travel. You need to tie things up. They're very noble horses. I like this. This is a very noble person. They're very fiery, but they're also very fine and beautiful. Very intelligent. Have you looked into the eyes of a horse? Oh, wow. Intelligent, deep, deep old souls. My grandmother was a horse. I told you that. Every time I see the horse, I think of my grandmother. So this could be grandparents helping. You could be helping your grandparents. I told you, I feel like I'm dealing with aged parents. Maybe parents. Maybe your parents are helping you, but now maybe they've helped you and now you can help them. There's all kinds of different messages here. Just recognize that you are this sparrow. Remember your own sense of self-worth. And that you have the power to become victorious. That's what the sparrow is. Underestimated, but very, very capable, can survive anything in any environment, will be victorious. This is the long shot horse. The one that comes. And you know what? Maybe Spirit needs to carry you at the last part of it, but you're going to be victorious. We don't do anything alone. Sometimes people think that we're doing this all on our own, but we're not. Remember what happened in the beginning of this story. We are being guided. We're being told to follow what Spirit gives us to do, and then behind the scenes, Spirit is taking care of other things. This is a beautiful wrap up to this entire reading. So at 1 hour and 31 minutes, we're done, man. I gotta go grab my breakfast. Love you guys.